Good morning, students. Welcome to Silver Bells Mansarovar Online Education. Myself, Vinod Trivedi. Today, we are going to discuss chapter number 10 India Agriculture. In this video, we are going to discuss about farming method. Organic farming, sustainable farming, mixed farming, etc. are some of the current methods of farming in India. Nowadays, there are three kinds of method of farming are seen. Okay, which are they? Organic farming, sustainable farming, and mixed farming. So we will discuss one by one. First, organic farming. The rate at which the fertilizers and the insecticides are used, the destructive effects of the chemicals is also felt. Due to the presence of these chemicals and insecticides in grains, vegetables, and fruits, it has affected adversely the hygiene of the people. So, actually, what happened after independence? There was much need of food grains. So, government also encouraged farmer for more crop production, and also because of mentality of maximum having profitability. Okay, people started using maximum chemical fertilizers, insecticides, and pesticides. But the side effect of that all the things is seen in our body also. Nowadays, people they are becoming victim of many diseases. Okay, the effect of that all kind of things, okay, is seen on our body. So what happen? More damage is caused to environment. Also by this, by using maximum chemical fertilizer, we have also spoiled the land also. The productive capacity and fertility of the land has reduced, due to which the crop production of the land and its quality were reduced over a long run. Actually, in initiate way, first or second or third year, by using chemical fertilizer, farmer they can get maximum production of the crop. But afterwards, what happened? The effect of chemical fertilizers and other things, okay, that put adversely impact on the soil, and the soil becomes uh, barren because of using chemical fertilizers. So because of that, not having good fertility in that land, so by using also chemical fertilizer, afterwards after a long time, farmer cannot get good production also. So by which way? By that way, what happen? Farmer they are using more and more chemical fertilizer for getting maximum production. But over a long run, people have spoiled the layer of the soil, otherwise land. Organic farming is that method of farming in which urea or any other chemical fertilizer and insecticide are not used. Now, what you have to keep in your mind? In organic farming, urea, okay, there is a fertilizer, and other chemical fertilizers and insecticides are not used in organic farming. Keep this in mind. For the nutrition of the crop, dung, earthworm fertilizer, composite fertilizer are used, cow urine, neem solvents, buttermilk, etc. Okay, so instead of using chemical fertilizer, in organic fertilizer, what is used? So like cow urine, neem solvent, buttermilk, okay, then earthworm fertilizer, that kind of thing, natural thing, okay, natural things are used in organic farming, are used for protection of crop. The organic product are full of nutrients. They contain natural taste, sweetness, and fragrance. Okay, suppose you just compare. Okay, if you have harvested wheat, okay, by using chemical fertilizer, and suppose if you have harvested wheat in the organic way, not using chemical fertilizer. Okay, so just to taste the chapati of both wheat, okay, you can have a good taste in a organic wheat, the chapati of the organic wheat. There are minerals, vitamins, and life and enhancing element in this crop. Nowadays, organic farm products are more in demand, so the farmer also get a good return. Actually, there is a big question. If you want to do organic farming, so the production of crop is very less, and when farmer goes to the market, farmer cannot get right return. That is a question. But nowadays, that scenario has been changed. Okay, if you have done organic farming and if you have production of organic farming, so you can have a good return also. So nowadays, people also, they are they have started organic farming, and other those who are consumer, they also thinking to buy organic products. The rate of the organic product is little high, but even though people, they are ready to pay, because of that, they know, suppose nowadays if they will not think about the food what they are eating, after a long time they will become victim of many disease. So that is why nowadays scenario has been changed. People are demanding organic products. So that is why farmers also started to grow organic farming. Now next, sustainable farming. In order to see that the soil fertility is retained for a longer time, care is taken for crop rotation, use of fertilizers only when necessary, use of biotic controls for insects, and harvest water conservation. Now in sustainable farming, what is this? Actually, there is not just like organic farming, but sustainable. Just try to understand what is meanings of sustainable. Okay, sustainable means we have to get maximum production of the crop, okay, without damaging the land. Okay, so in order to see that the soil fertility is retained for a longer time, okay, care is taken for crop rotation, okay, use of chemical fertilizers only when necessary, okay, not there is overuse. In sustainable farming, the use of chemical fertilizer is also going on, but doesn't mean that they are using excessive. They use only, okay, that much is required. Now next, use of biotic controls for insects and harvest water conservation and etc. Okay, biotic controls, okay, if it is possible, biotic controls for saving crops, okay, so they farmer, they do not use any chemical insecticides or pesticides. Because of that, they try to use any of biotic controls. Number next, mixed farming. Here the cattle rearing, pottery, sericulture and fishery etc. are also carried out simultaneously along with farming. Mixed farming is this what? There is one another business which can be done with farming. Okay, suppose cattle rearing, pottery, sericulture and fishery. So that are the same business. Suppose one farmer is there, okay, who has a small farm, so he cannot get livelihood because of doing farming. So and he cannot go other side for job also. So what thing, otherwise what kind of work that farmer can do? That farmer can also think about cattle rearing. So some profit he can earn from cattle rearing and also some profit from the agriculture. So both can done in simultaneously. Now next, agricultural product of India. Okay, how many seasons? Okay, we are harvesting. Otherwise, what kind of crops we are harvesting in India? As per the seasons, the agricultural crop of India can be grouped into three categories. Okay, Kharif crop, Rabi crop, and Zaid crop. Let us start with Kharif crop, monsoon season. Now that season is going on. So whatever crops, okay, you see surrounding you, that are called Kharif crops, otherwise monsoon crops. So by this way you can also remember, okay, if that question will be then. It is a very important question, okay, it can be asked in examination. Crops which are taken during rainy season are called Kharif crops. Okay, so what is Kharif crop? 1 marks question will be asked. Crops which are taken during rainy season are called Kharif crops. Okay, what is the time duration of it? Time for this crop is from June July to October November. Okay, so Kharif crop is grown in June or July, and it is harvested in till October to November. Which crop is grown? Okay, in other what is which crop is called Kharif crop? Paddy, maize, jowar, millet, cotton, till, groundnuts, moong, and mud are Kharif crops. Okay, so that are some examples of Kharif crop. Now next, Rabi, winter crops. Okay, after monsoon, winter crops. Crops which are taken during winter are called Rabi crops. Okay, so if you have a question, so that is the answer. A crop which are taken during winter are called Rabi crop. If you have a question of what is Rabi crop, okay, that is the answer. Now then timing. Time for this crop is from October November to March to April. Okay, so it is grown in October or November to March or April. Okay, it is harvested. So what are the examples? Wheat, gram, barley, mustard, linseeds, etc. are Rabi crops. Now third, Zaid, summer crops. Crops which are grown during summer are called Zaid crops. Okay, timing. Time for this crop is from March to June. Okay, it is grown in March and it is harvested in June. Paddy, maize, groundnuts, till, millet, and fruits like watermelon, cucumber, muskmelon, etc. are Zaid crops. Okay, so some are grown both. Okay, make sure like paddy is also called Kharif crop, and paddy is also grown in summer, so it is called Zaid crop also we can say. So keep this thing that different in your mind. Next, major agricultural crop. Okay, which are major agricultural crop in India due to the diversities in geographical condition, climate, variety of land, the amount of rainfall, etc. Different crop are grown in different parts of India. Okay, India is also sometimes called subcontinent. Why? Because just you see the climate or topography of North India, it is a very different in South India. Okay, so there is a different, just like 2 or 3 country. So on the base of the topography and climate, there are different kind of crops are grown in India. So we are going to discuss one by one. Okay, learn this table, okay, properly, because MCQs type question are asked from this table also, and which is given in your book. Food grains. Okay, so food grains are given. Paddy, wheat, and many are. Just you can read. Pulses also. Then oil seeds. Okay. Then beverages, tea, coffee, and all. Cash crop. Okay. Cotton, sugarcane, jute, tobacco, and all. Then condiments means spices. You can see many are there: cumin seed, fennel, isabgol, and all. Then fruits: mango, banana, chicus, that you can read, and vegetables also, potato, brinjal, onion. Okay, so you read this table properly and learn. So anything can be asked in a short type of question. Now food grains, one by one we are going to discuss. Food grains. Grains are cultivated about 75% of total area shown, and about 50% of the total production comes from grain. Measure food grains as follows. Okay, so grains cultivated in 75 of the total area shown. Okay, whatever different things that different crops grown, among them food grains, okay, cultivated 75 percentage. Okay, so then first one is paddy, rice. Paddy is our most important crop. A large majority of the world and about half of the population of India uses rice. India stands second in the world after China in paddy production. Okay, so that thing keep in our mind. India stands second, okay, in the world in paddy production. China is first rate. Paddy is shown over one fourth of the total shown area. Paddy is a crop of torrid zone. Torrid zone where means hot and humid climate. Paddy is a crop of torrid zone, hot and humid climate, minimum temperature of 20 degrees Celsius. It is needed, okay, 20 degrees Celsius needed for paddy. Fertile alluvial soil and more than 100 centimeter of rainfall are necessary for more production. Okay, so for paddy, 20 degree Celsius requirable. Fertile alluvial soil is also required, and more than 100 centimeter rain is also requirable. So that are the main thing required for paddy, rice. In the regions of less rainfall in Punjab, Haryana and Uttar Pradesh, this crop is taken through irrigation. But compared to other in South India, there is not such rain in Punjab, Haryana and Uttar Pradesh. But as you know, okay, Punjab, Haryana and Uttar Pradesh, okay, that states have good irrigation facility. So by using irrigation, they grow paddy crop also. More human labor is necessary for paddy cultivation. West Bengal, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Bihar, Orissa are major paddy production states. Okay, so number of labors are requirable. So actually, where paddy can be grown, where easily labors are available. Okay, so in West Bengal, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Bihar, Orissa are major paddy production states. Because of that, in growing up paddy, there is not machinery requirable. Human labors are requirable more. That is why where availability of labors are more, there can paddy grown. Then next, the crop is taken 2 or 3 times in West Bengal. Okay, rice here, paddy. That crop is taken 2 or 3 times in West Bengal, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Orissa, and Tamil Nadu. Okay, in a year they can harvest 2 or 3 times. In Gujarat, paddy is grown in Surat, Tapi, Panchmahal, Ahmedabad, Kheda, Anand, Valsad district. Paddy requires more water. However, instead of keeping the paddy field fully underwater, paddy is grown by irrigating through sprinklers using less water. Okay, actually you can see the picture has been given over here. You can see that the farm is full of with water and paddy, that some farmers they are growing paddy. but doesn't mean if there is not full of water, but if irrigation facility is there, so by using sprinkles also in less water, rice otherwise paddy can be grown. Now next, wheat. Wheat is the second important crop of our country after paddy. Wheat is grown over one third area of arable land of our country. Okay, one third part. It is the substantial food of the people. Okay, number of Indians they are eating wheat. And northwest India, wheat is a rabi crop temperature zone. It requires black or fertile loamy soil and more than 75 of annual rainfall. Wheat can be grown in the region of lesser rainfall with irrigation. Okay, you can say there is not everywhere that much rainfall, but because of irrigation facility, just like Gujarat. Okay, North Gujarat, otherwise Central Gujarat also we can say there is not much rain, but because of having irrigation facility, farmer they can grow. Wheat cannot be grown in the area receiving more than 100 degree Celsius rainfall. Okay, so if there is much rainfall, where there also wheat cannot be grown. Less labor force is required as mechanization is introduced in wheat cultivation. Okay, one thing is there, just to if you compare with rice or paddy with wheat, so in rice there is not much mechanization is there. Okay, human labors are requireable. Other side in wheat, suppose if you have a machinery, okay, so there is not much required of labor also. So less labor force is required as mechanization is introduced because of tractors, okay, thresher and all that things. Because so the need of labor is decreased in wheat production. Then after the green revolution, the wheat production is almost doubled. After green revolution, wheat cultivation is carried out mostly in Punjab, Haryana and western Uttar Pradesh. Okay, there are three main states: Punjab, Haryana and western Uttar Pradesh. These states contributes about two-thirds of the total national production. Two-thirds. As there is irrigation facility in these states, there is more per hectare production due to the canal water. In Punjab there is abundant wheat production. Okay, actually in Punjab level land is there, fertile land is there, and also there is good facility of irrigation because of many rivers. Okay, you can say there are 5 rivers in Punjab, so ground level water is also much. So on the base of people of Punjab, they grow more wheat and they get much wheat production. That is why Punjab is called as wheat bowl of India. Okay, so Punjab is called what? Wheat bowl. Wheat is also produced in state of Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Gujarat, Maharashtra, West Bengal, etc. Okay, so there we cannot say that in Punjab only or Haryana, but wheat is also grown in Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Gujarat, Maharashtra, West Bengal, etc. Balia wheat is produced in Bal region of Gujarat. So that, okay, 1 marks blanks will be asked. Balia wheat. So Balia wheat is produced in Bal region of Gujarat. Beside Mehsana, Rajkot, Junagadh, Kheda also produce wheat. Among all food grains used in the daily meal, wheat is the best. Okay, among all food grains, but wheat is the best. Many items like roti, bakri, sev, siro, lapsi, laddu, sukhdi, bread, puri, cake, biscuits, etc. are prepared from wheat. Among all grains, wheat is the most nutritious. That is why wheat is also called as the king of grain. If that question will be asked, what is called king of grain, that answer is wheat. You can see India map has been given over here, okay, and it shows the cultivation of paddy in India, okay, straight line. It shows paddy, okay, you can see straight way. Then little slanty, it shows wheat cultivation, okay. Now next, okay, remaining we will discuss in the next video, okay. You read properly, try to get maximum MCQs on your ways possibly, okay. Short question can be asked. Thank you, have a nice day.